Hey, this is the Crapsmaster Journey method of rack management. My name is Joe and this is my Crapsmaster Journey. Let's make it yours too. I'm going to show you how I currently manage my chip rail at the craps table. To do this, I'm going to use Jacob's from Wager Me This, his random rower strategy. I will leave a link in the description below to this strategy. Also, please watch the video all the way to the end. Let's go to the table. Now that we're at the table, we're going to start off with a $500 bankroll. And I have got my chip rack set up. So quadrant number 1 here is going to be where my shooter's money is going to go. Quadrant number 2 is my bankroll, and this is all my green and red chips, and I have them separated by $100 increments, and I'm using a clear plastic chip in between so I can separate out $100 off. So there's 4 greens, 4 greens, 4 greens, $100, and then whatever's left after here. So this right here and here is $100. If you don't have clear plastic laminates, you can use a $1 chip and put that in between as well. Like I said, we're going to use Jacob's low rower strategy on this. So let's get some dice here, and we're just going to random roll this right now. Right now the puck is off, and we're going to go with a $50 don't pass, and dice out. And we have a 6, 4, 10. So the point will become 10. And what he's going to do here now is if the point is 10, we're going to take $50, put that in odds. And then we're going to go with 66 inside. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I have enough for 4 shooters essentially here. 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. And then we'll also do a $15 field. Okay, dice out. 4, 3, 7. Okay, so what's going to happen is we'll lose all this. And I know that this is a video about rack management, but I'm also showing the strategy here. So we're going to get paid out $50 on the don't pass. We get paid out $25 on the odds. Okay, so we're just going to put this in our rack. And to reorganize our rack now, and this is where it takes a little bit of time. We got 100, 100, 100, 75, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 100. And then we'll take this clear chip out, and this is what's left over. So what I'll do now is with the strategy is I'm keeping everything in $100 increments. This is where my starting bankroll is going to be. This is where my shooter money is going to be if I have any shooter money. This is going to be profit that's locked up or profit that I make during the shooter. So let's do this once. We got $50 back out on the don't pass, and puck is off, and shooter number 2. And we have a 5, 3, 8. So our point will be 8. Now with Jacob's strategy, what he does is he will go, if the point is a 5, 6, or 8, he'll go with a $25 unit on those numbers. So we're going to go 25 on the 5, 30 on the 6, and we're going to go $15. And it's hard reaching out here, guys, when I'm used to reaching over here or up on the rail. But we got $15 in the field. So let's go this way. And we have a 5, 4, 9. Now, the first time that he gets a field hit, he will collect that because in his video he talks about playing the ATS, and he plays a 5, 5, 5. So 5 on the small, 5 on the tall, 5 make them all. So he'll rack that first $15 field hit. So what we're going to do is all of our money that we make now is going to go back here. Now what he'll do is he'll start half pressing. So we get dice out. And we have a 2-1-3. Again, that's $15 in the field. So what he'll do now is let's go up $6 on the 6 and we'll rack $10. And that goes back in our profit section. Again, we have starting bankroll and our goal is to get this back up to 500. All of our singles, and we have our profit from the shooter. Dice out. And we have a 2-2 hard 4. Okay, again, that pays out $15 in the field. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bump up the 5, and let's pick the 9 up, and then we'll rack 5. And we have a 5-2-7 out. So the puck comes off, we're gonna lose all this. We get paid out $50 on that don't pass. And this will come back to our rack. So let's see where we're at again. So we have got $400 here, $425, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $475, $85, $90, and we probably got 10 singles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I was to put everything in this rack, that's my $500 starting bankroll. We're up $3. But let's reorganize it back here again. We'll go back up again with $50 on the don't pass. And again, this is my starting bankroll. We're trying to get that back up to $500. This is the money that I can use on the shooter. And if I need to dig into that, I will. Okay, dice out, coming out to look for a point. And we have a 6-2-8. So what's going to happen is our puck's going to go to the 8. That again is our 5, 6, or 8. So we're going to put 25 on the 5. We're going to go $30 on the 6. And I'll slide all this back here. Go $15 on the field. So this is how we're set up now. Again, my first field hit will go back into this back quadrant here. And we have a 4-2-6. So what'll happen is that'll pay out $35. And let's pay out in nickels here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we lose that field. So we're gonna go back up on the field. And we're going to rack $20 there. So that is our first hit there. Now we're gonna start half pressing if we can. Okay, dice out. And we have another 5-1-6, 5-1 mixer from Chris at Sideshow Gamble. Again, we're going to get paid out $35. We're going to lose that field. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go up now. We'll put a quarter in the rack. And let's go up 1 unit on each of them. We'll pull a penny out of our rack. And dice out. And we have a 3-2-5. Okay, I was supposed to have $15 in that field, guys. Sorry. Okay, we lose that field. We're going to get paid out $42 on that 5. So we'll take 15, we'll put it back up on the field, and we're just going to rack the rest of it so we can get some of our money back into our rack. Okay, so singles go over here. All the rest of our profits go over here. This is our starting bankroll. Dice up. And we have a 1-2-3. 2-1-3 shocker. We get paid out $15 in that field. And what we'll do is we'll take another penny out of our rack, put that on the 6, and we'll rack the rest of it. And dice up. We have a 6-4-10. Pays out 15 again in that field. We'll drop a nickel onto the 5 and we'll rack the rest of it. So again, we're trying to get this built up, our bankroll. This is our profits from the shooter. This is our singles, and this is any money that we would have left over that we could spend extra on the shooter. 3-1-4. Big Joe from Craftsmaster Journey. Get paid out $15 again. And this time we're going to go up 1 on the 5. We're going to go up 1 on the 6. And we're gonna rack the nickel. And dice up. Okay, and we have another 314 Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. Make sure you go and subscribe so we get paid out another $15. And again, we'll go up 1 unit on each. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rack the nickel. Okay, dice up. And we have a 6, 5, 11 Midmo Yo. That was the 6 there, guys. Pays out another $15 in the field. This is a field day, guys. I like this. It's working out nice. Let's go up 1 more unit on each one of these. And that'll be enough for a quarter. And that'll be enough for a quarter. Okay, so we now have $60 on the 6, $50 on that 5. Still have 15 in the field. And we have a 516. That's going to pay out $70. Let's go 75 for 5. And we're going to lose that field. So we'll put this in our rack, and we're going to drop another $15 in the field. And we have a 6, 6, 12. That's perfect because that pays out double in this field. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up 2 units this time. We'll drop in 2 pennies. And dice up. And we have a 639. This is like field heaven today, guys. Okay, I think I'm just going to rack this one. And put that in the rack. And we have a 336. Hard 6, that flipped, that was a 3. Okay, and that's going to pay out 70 plus 14, so that's 84. 75, 80, and 84. Go up 1 unit there. Let's bring this up to a quarter. So we got 3 units on there. Let's bring this up to another quarter as well. And we'll rack the rest of this. Okay, and by the way, that was a loss on that field. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry, that was not. That was a 9. Okay, dice up. 6, 6, 12. Boxcars. Again, pays out double. We're just going to rack that up. And we have a 325. That's going to pay out 70, 105. And we're just going to rack that. Oh, let's pick up a quarter and a 9. Let's do that, and we'll go quarter on the 4, quarter on the 10. And we're going to lose that field. So let's do this one. So let's go back up on that field. And right now we are spread all the way across. So that's pretty good, I think. Right now, let's do this one. So let's pull this down to a quarter. So now we're at 160. Basically quarters all the way across here. So we're going to pay out 35 on a 5, 6, 9. Pay out 50 for 1. Because these are buy bets on the 4 and the 10. Dice up. And we have a 6, 2, 8. So that is our point. We're going to lose that don't pass. We're going to lose the field. And simply for the time's sake on this video, let's do this once. Let's pull everything down. And let's organize our rack so that way you guys can see how this is working now. So what I'll do now is I want to get back to my starting bankroll. We do this after every shooter now. We're going to get to our starting bankroll in the top right quadrant here, quadrant number 2. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so everything else is going to be put back into our profit section. And again, we'll put these in $100 increments also, so that way we know how much we have actually in profit. So that's 100. That's 200. And we got 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, plus our singles. So if you see this now, this is really easy to follow. We have our starting bankroll up here. We're not going to touch this at all anymore. This is our money that we're either going to walk home with or we're going to keep on playing with. These are the singles. If I was to have shooter money, it would be up in this quadrant here. So that's my Craftsmaster Journey method. Let's go back to the desk and we'll wrap it up. So as a recap to the Craftsmaster Journey method of rack management, I'm going to go over the benefits and what I find as a pitfall for the strategy. Starting with the benefits, you're going to always know if your bankroll is intact or if it is not. You're always going to know how much money you have available for the shooter, and you're also going to know how much profit you have in your rack after you get your complete buy-in put to the side. And the last benefit is that it's easy to use if you are the shooter. The only real negative that I could find is that it does take a little bit of time after each shooter to reorganize your rack and to get your chips back to where you need them to be. It also takes a little bit to get it set up in the beginning, especially when you separate it out by the hundredths or whatever denomination you choose. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Also, make sure that you give me a thumbs up and share this video, because every little bit of help that you give me will help get my video out into the YouTube system, so that way more people can experience what I have to teach. Hey, click on the link on that side of the screen, on the right side of the screen there, and that'll bring you to a video that I recorded earlier that talks about the benefits of chip rail management. Hey, my name is Joe and this is my Craftsmaster Journey. Let's make it yours too.